So I watched the Barbie movie.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
The movie received a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is just another reason why you shouldn't take that platform seriously at all. I'm actually shocked that I haven't heard a normal discourse on this movie so far.
I was expecting. I heard a lot about the writing. I thought the writing was going to be better, but if it's a representation,
I didn't see a movie that funny in a while.
See,
I have not seen a movie that funny. And you want to know why? Maybe because all comedy's geared towards men. Maybe.
If anyone says they loved the Barbie movie, they're a snowflake PC pussy. And if someone says that they hate the Barbie movie, they're a neckbeard loser sitting behind the keyboard. And also, they can't satisfy their wife. It's kind of hard to talk about a movie like this as a man without getting some negative feedback unless you praise the movie, which is not what I'm about to do. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off real quick. This movie is extremely political in almost every scene. To say that this movie is pro-feminist would be a fucking understatement. That being said, I was not offended by this movie in the slightest. It's a movie about Barbie, a toy. And to the men who are overly offended by this woke nature of a movie, I don't know, just don't watch it, dumbass. If you ignore the political stuff and you just pay attention to the movie's plot, you start to notice how lackluster and disjointed this story is. Let's dive into the characters. There's many Barbies in this movie. Stereotypical Barbie, Dr. Barbie, CEO Barbie, other Barbie. At the beginning of the movie, the Barbies live in this Barbie world that's dominated by women. None of them have any defined character traits. Nope, nothing. The only Barbie in this movie, obviously other than Margot Robbie's character, that ironically has something different about her is Weird Barbie. And you know what's kind of funny? In a movie that's supposed to be really pro-feminist, all the other Barbies exclude Weird Barbie from their space because she acts weird and looks kind of quirky.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
At no point during this film does anyone really feel bad about openly calling her Weird Barbie. Issa Rae is just like, I'm so sorry for the way that we treated you at the end of the movie, and all is forgotten.
What the heck are you talking about?
One of the major themes that this movie has is letting stereotypical Barbie reach a certain point where she realizes that even though she is very beautiful, Barbie is worth more than her looks. Wink, wink to the audience in the crowd. If you really think about it, that's probably the best message that could come from a film like this that's clearly marketed to a particular demographic. But this theme is forced as fuck and feels unearned. I already talked about the mistreatment of Weird Barbie, so let's talk about when Barbie goes to the real world. Or as I like to call it, Gotham. Because I don't know what real world Barbie went to when in broad daylight she's getting groped and barked at while Ken is standing right behind her. At the point in the film when Barbie gets captured by Will Ferrell and his group of idiots, Barbie is hightailing out of there and runs away from all these morons all on her own without the help of Ken's useless ass. So it's not like she's like a damsel in distress throughout this movie. So when she says she can't do anything, I don't know, I thought that was pretty impressive. In that same scene when Barbie's face planted in the ground complaining that she's not good for anything if she's not pretty, the narrator even mentions that Margot Robbie I fucked up there, my bad. She mentions that Margot Robbie probably isn't the best person for this part of the movie. And yeah, obviously they're breaking the fourth wall. Haha. But like, how is Barbie supposed to represent ugliness in this scene? Because she has cellulite and she's not wearing makeup right now? That's pretty shallow. And yes, feeling pretty is completely different from how you look on the outside. Like, there might be a day where you feel ugly on the inside and everyone's like, oh my god, you look beautiful though. But just in the course of this film, like, not projecting onto any of you people at home, how does this work within the movie? The moment when Barbie was talking to that elderly woman on the bench and she has that little cute interaction, they call each other pretty and stuff, that felt more genuine than any other scene in this movie. I wish that I could try to further break down the other Barbies' actions and characters in this movie, but there's not really much to go off of. And I think that that has a lot to do with the way that Ken is portrayed in the movie. In Barbie world, Ken is highly devoted to Barbie in every way. His only concern in life is making Barbie happy or even just getting away from her. Basically, he's a simp to the highest degree. S to the I to the M to the P. Which makes sense in Barbie world. I don't know why it makes sense that the Kens are fighting over Barbies even though there's like a 1-to-1 Barbie to Ken ratio. But I guess it's just because guys are fucking stupid.
Why don't you shut up, bitch?
I even liked when the movie used Ryan Gosling's Ken to introduce these patriarchal terms from the real world to influence the other Barbies back in Barbie Land. But they kind of rush it. Like, how come these Barbies have been in charge for many years, but they instantly change their perspective on life just because Ken brought some books back from the real world? And also, the way that the movie ends, the Ken-Dom plot, is like a tree falling in the woods without making a noise. After the Barbies get out of the spell that they were underneath and start fucking with the Kens all want to start fighting each other.
Because we're men, we start wars!
But instead of fighting each other or coming to some sort of conclusion, they just start dancing. So it kind of just makes this whole plot feel pointless. Then Ken says to Barbie that he kind of got bored of the whole patriarchy thing, which could have been one of those attempts at subtly saying that men are tired of the patriarchy too, but it falls flat. And to make things even worse, instead of actually having equality in Barbie Land after this, you know, after the whole men versus women conflict that we've been seeing this whole movie.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
Barbie just does this half-ass apology to Ken about treating him like shit for years. Ken tries to kiss her, and she dubs him. And everything goes back the way it was before. I added this family in because I feel like there was another missed opportunity with them in this movie. Other than America Ferrera rallying up the troops for 5 minutes talking about how hard it is to be a woman, there is no reason for her to be in this movie as long as she was. Okay, she played with Barbies as a kid. And she drew those pictures of depressed Barbie, which clearly links her to the story. But she doesn't do shit in this movie. And neither does her rebellious teen daughter. I wonder how the director went into directing Sasha's character. Okay, in this scene, I want you to look annoyed, because that's all she does. But then out of nowhere, there's this forced moment when she compliments her mom's drawings. She's like, "Mom, I've always loved your drawings." You do? And she's just nice for the rest of the movie. Not really the biggest problem. It just felt useless. I know everyone thinks that a negative comment or reaction to something is somehow geared towards them all the time.
This whole thing, all of this, it's all about me.
But sometimes people just don't agree with you, and that's all right. Once again, I'm gonna reiterate, I don't have a problem with this movie at all. I'm not offended by the themes that are in this movie. I can take a joke. I really just don't like when people are like, the reason why you didn't like something is because you didn't get it. The jokes were geared toward feminine interest in spaces. And if you're not intellectual enough to get the references, that's on y'all. Yes, because penis jokes and references to funny things like, I don't know, I'm not smart enough to get the jokes. If you did like this movie, that's literally fine. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. We're all entitled to our own opinion, and I guess that means that we're all entitled to shit on another person's opinion. So if you fucking hated this video and you want to tell me why you despise this video, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video,
Like it.